When you think about daylight balanced constant lights for photography, do you think about fixtures with those big curly bulbs? Well, once you see what Westcott has just released, you're sure to see things in a whole new light. Hi, I'm Larry Becker. When it comes to constant lights, there have been some great improvements in the past few years. We have equipment that's daylight balanced, cool to the touch, and surprisingly bright. And with the introduction of the new Skylux light from Westcott, things just keep getting better. To start with, the Skylux is a daylight balanced LED light. LEDs run cool, they don't require a lot of power, and the bulbs are rated to have a 50,000 hour life. And these lights are bright. The spec sheet says they put out 2250 lux, or 209 foot candles of light at 6 feet. That's equivalent to a 1200 watt tungsten light. And another nice feature is that these flicker-free lights can be dimmed down from 100% to 30%. So if you have several in a studio setup, you can mix and blend various light sources to achieve the exact look you're shooting for. And the face of the light is a diffusion panel. So the light coming from the Skylux is a bright yet smooth, even light. Something I really appreciate is that the Skylux lights are the size and shape of a traditional photography monolight. They have a built-in tilting clamp for mounting on top of most any light stand. They're all metal, and there's a convenient handle on top. And since the Skylux is fitted with a Bowens S-Mount for accessories, it's compatible with lots of softbox accessory options. It also has an umbrella mount fitting, and the supplied parabolic reflector has an umbrella hole in it as well. So you can use it with umbrellas and Westcott's Apollo line of umbrella framed softboxes. Westcott sells the Skylux in several kits, and it often couples it with the 36-inch or 48-inch Octagonal Rapid Box. But I didn't test one of those kits. I used several other light modifiers that I had handy. I used a reflective umbrella, a shoot-through umbrella, and a couple sizes of Westcott Apollo softboxes. If you're new to constant lights and you're only familiar with strobes or natural light photography, one of the big benefits of constant light is WYSIWYG lighting setups. That means what you see is what you get. So you can set up your lights, aim them, move around, and whatever you see in the real world is what your camera will capture. It's a real fun way to work. For videographers, constant lights are the only way to work. And there are a few things that they're going to love about the Skylux. First and foremost, Skylux lights have a color rendering index, or a CRI, of 94, which is what you'd expect from much more expensive lights. Color accuracy and consistency can save a ton of time and frustration with video production. They're small enough to fit on sets where light panels just won't go. And finally, the portability and durability give video crews a great option when they're considering what gear they're going to need for various location shoots. When I'm new to a piece of gear, I always read the manual or the guide that comes in the package to make sure that I don't miss anything. I read the entire Skylux guide in about 90 seconds. That's because it's a light. It has a dimmer switch. It has a separate ballast to manage the power going to the light, so you plug the ballast into the wall. Then there's a 20-foot cord that comes from the ballast into the light. There's a power switch on the ballast, there's one on the light, and there's a dimmer on the light. That's it. Constant lights are great, and the Westcott Skylux lights are at the top of my favorites list. They'll meet the needs of all kinds of photographers, like product photographers, people shooting still lifes, and many portrait photographers. They'll be helpful in all kinds of studio setups, including mobile studios. They're even great for some video studio setups, but keep in mind, while a first-rate constant light like this can do as good or better than strobes in some situations, there are times when you just won't get the best possible shots. For instance, if you're trying to overpower some other bright light source, these may not be bright enough. And even with portraits, if you shoot models who move a lot or maybe squirming kids, you might not be able to get quite enough light for a fast enough shutter speed to freeze the action. Really, working with constant lights is a matter of personal preference and the kind of subject you're shooting. Constant lights have always had a place in the market, and the new Westcott Skylux is sure to win over even more shooters to the benefits of constant light setups, especially when you consider the great portable form factor, the 50,000-hour LED bulb life, and the overall design of this impressive light. For B&H and Kelby Training, I'm Larry Becker. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.
Scott Kelby here, and welcome to this quick tour of our online training. We have hundreds of online classes for you, covering everything from lighting to landscape photography. From portrait photography to sports, we have classes on wedding, automotive photography, shooting, food, fashion, travel, you name it. The most incredible part of this is the price. You get all of this for just $199 a year, or you can pay monthly for just $24.95. 24-hour a day, 7-day a week access from anywhere in the world. I invite you to join with us today and start learning right now.